They keep playing their backup on the second half of a back-to-back and losing. When are they gonna figure it out? You keep going to bed at 2 in the morning and whine about being tired. When are you gonna figure it out? Okay, when you do it, it's bullying. Hi, kids. Victorious puppies. This team is ruining my life. Why do I watch hockey? Stress relief. Okay. We can, and we will. Boo! Leafs lose 5-2 to the Montreal Canadiens like we knew they would. We knew it. It was written in stone. I don't know why they bothered playing the game. Actually, a lot of guys didn't. You know what? We're having a talk. We're having a talk. Because I've said this before, I'll say it again just to remind you, don't you dare put this one on Michael Hutchison. He actually gave the team a chance to win in this one. They allowed 3 breakaways. Well, 2 breakaways and a 2-on-1. Yes, it'd be nice to get a save on one of those. You're absolutely right. Yes, the Leafs have a cap situation, and so it's hard to address the goaltending. You're absolutely right. So knowing that hindrance, that perceived weakness, why not put that player in a position to succeed by playing them on the front half of a back-to-back? In some situations, especially a situation like, oh, I don't know, you catch the Sharks on their second half of a back-to-back when they're traveling, and you're in a position to play a clean enough game to only allow 17 shots. 17 shots, doesn't that sound like something that a backup goalie should be facing? Nah, how about a backup goalie behind a dog-tired team after travel? How about we do that again? Again. The theory is, alright, secure the 2 points, so at least you get the 2 out of 4. Well, we've already seen that not work once. They dropped a point to Columbus, but they have a pretty good record with it. Okay, fine, yeah. Freddie does well on the front half of back-to-backs. Okay, fine, you give him that benefit of the doubt. They got another back-to-back coming up where the front half of the back-to-back is Boston and the back half is Pittsburgh. By the way, on a Saturday again. Thanks, NHL. Thank you. Really good league. The Leafs are always the national game in Canada, but yeah, sure. Yeah, definitely have that happen. It's good, real good for the growth of the sport that is definitely not growing and going backwards. Nobody plays the thing anymore, Gary. Your league has like 30 last names. Give it a few years and if you wanted, you could just have the Seattle Stalls. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, Boston, Pittsburgh. That's a crappy back-to-back and you deal with it. You have Freddie play against Boston. That's a divisional game. That makes sense. But this divisional game, no, it doesn't matter. I love seeing the team's bend not break attitude with constantly losing the second half of a back-to-back and getting humiliated by their most historic rival on Hockey Night in Canada again, dropping divisional points again, and seeing teammates get clobbered and doing nothing about it again! Petrie, elbow up on Barry. Nothing. Nothing called and nothing done about it. Alexander Kerfoot. No, you know what? If you're gonna keep taking penalties, you're only gonna get Alex. Alex Kerfoot with the check from behind on Max Domi. And I don't love a lot of the things Mike Babcock has done lately, but if he locked Kerfoot in a bathroom stall for the next game, he'd be well within his rights. Stay out of the box! Stay out of the box! Stay out of the box! But then, and perfectly understandable by the way, Domi drops his gloves, grabs Kerfoot, and punches him at least once. Nothing. This is a lawless Red Dead Redemption ass league. You gotta stick up for yourself because nobody is going to do it for you. There is no justice. The league is run by George Peros and a bunch of men in their 50s and 60s. What do you think that they say about the Toronto Maple Leafs behind closed doors when they complain about non-calls? Imagine Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin stick up for themselves. You've got no excuse. Pavel Datsyuk once beat up Corey Perry. It was amazing. I am sick of it, done with it, tired. So here's where we are. Picture an hourglass in my hand, turning it over. Oh, we had a tough month. Yeah, that's the real heart of a champion thing to say. We had a really tough month. Okay, well they did. They did. Mike Babcock said they haven't really had a chance to practice. I could see how that would be detrimental to a team with that much turnover. They had a lot of back-to-backs, which I am struggling to find sympathy for the Toronto Maple Leafs in their back-to-back situation, because if you're not going to do anything about it, I don't care. If the 13 game, actually they got another game left, if the 14 game October, if the 4 back-to-back October, if the no practice October is what has been holding the team back, the hourglass I just turned over gives you 1 month. I'll even add on a couple days. You have until the end of November proving that this team is worth giving a damn about. I had a lot of people send me, "Are you in?" I've been in my entire life. but it's getting hard to be in on a team that surrenders to 4 points willingly, excitedly. Every week. The goal is to secure the first 2 points. Yeah, a real Stanley Cup champion attitude is to aim for an 82-point pace. You know what I always love in a champion? Aiming to be 14 points out of the playoffs. Love it. A full 7 wins. Yeah. Use your freaking melon. You're gonna get Dermott back, maybe even next game. You're gonna get Hyman back, maybe even next game, and you're gonna get John Tavares back. You have no excuse. None. The Leafs have 1 game over the next 6 days and 2 games over the next 7. The recovery, if there's gonna be one, better start now. This team's got me wondering, like, I'm actually a little worried about Dermott and Hyman and Tavares coming back. I love all 3 of those players, and I want them in the lineup, and they're better with those players. But I just wonder if this team's got a chest infection and those guys are cough syrup. Oh, it'll help, and you'll feel better, but it's not gonna actually solve the issue. And at some point, you gotta go on antibiotics. Man, I know it's not an excuse, but I'm just looking at their schedule. The Leafs have 10 back-to-backs before New Year's Eve. What has this team done? The back half of 6 of those 10 back-to-backs is on a Saturday night. Did you even check the schedule before you set it in stone? What were you so busy with? It certainly wasn't marketing the Heritage Classic that a lot of people watching this video just found out happened last night. Yeah, no, really. Jets, Flames, happened in Saskatchewan. Sounds like it was a great time. This team is guaranteed to look different in a month. There's at least 3 guys coming back from injury. Who knows who's going to get injured. There's waiver shenanigans that they gotta handle. It sounds like they're working on at least 1 trade. Nick Patan's name was in there. And they got a coach. Might have a different one at some point, I don't know. I was getting chirped for saying that the Leafs are gonna win the 2020 Stanley Cup. And let me tell you, I said it because you look at the past 2 Stanley Cup finals, it involved a lot of teams we didn't expect to see there, including the St. Louis Blues, who were in last place on January 3rd. This is now the 1000th time I said it. You get a new car! I said I thought the Leafs were gonna win the Stanley Cup because this league is goofy, not because of any evidence that this team deserves it. You got a month to change my mind before we really need to seriously start looking at other solutions. Mix it up every now and then, shove a guy out of the crease every once in a while, punch a guy in the mouth every once in a blue moon. Excuses don't make champions, and champions don't make excuses. Find a way. Now that we've had that wonderful little conversation, I want to talk about something happy. Saturday, November 2nd, that is next Saturday, I'm going to be holding a big fundraiser for Easter Seals, and we're going to be streaming NHL 20. So to answer some of your questions, yes, the event will be streamed. It'll be streamed on this YouTube channel right here. Here is why I need you. We are raising as much money for Easter Seals as possible. That's a charity that raises money for kids with physical disabilities and helps them out. And they helped out my family when I was younger, and they mean a lot to me. So this thing is to raise money. Now, I had one person reach out and they said, hey, like, I'm in university, I bought a ticket, should I maybe give the ticket to somebody else because I don't have any money to donate at the event? Do not worry about that. Your ticket is your donation, and tickets, by the way, are $20.69. No tax, and that's after the Eventbrite fee. $20.69. Nice. We are going to be auctioning off games where you can play either with or against me, so you can embarrass me in front of an audience of hundreds, hopefully thousands of people. If we raise a certain amount of money, I'm going to eat a green pepper in front of everybody, and probably it's going to be gross. There are going to be items for auction. Actually, I'll show you some. We got this jacket for the Eric Lindros Celebrity Hockey Classic. I have a bunch of these. I think I have mediums, larges, and I want to say extra larges. This guy, Ned, he's gonna be there. If you want me to sign it, I'll sign it, but I don't need him anymore. This guy's gotta go. And to show you that I'm for real, for serious, this. I'm gonna sign this, one of my own jerseys, and it's yours to the highest bidder. Like, this is actually mine that I wore in videos for, I wanna say at least a year, maybe 2. You know what, I got some other jerseys too, I got some Canada ones. I am for real, for serious. I want to raise as much money as possible for Easter Seals. Oh! And there's more! However much money we raise, I have a special donor who's going to match it. So, this upcoming Saturday, November 2nd, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's when the live stream is going to be, and that's when the event is going to be at Scotiabank Theatre in downtown Toronto. I need you there. I need you so bad. Hey, if you're gonna go watch the game at a bar downtown, come before that. If you're gonna go to the, well, no, you can't go to the game. It's in Philadelphia. Whatever you're planning on doing, for goodness sake, it's probably not as cool as this event. $20.69, that's it for a ticket to have an amazing time for 3 hours. You don't even have to stay for the whole thing. I don't mind. Just come, $20.69. If you want to spend more, that is your prerogative, but just $20.69. There are tickets for 370 people to fit into this thing. And so far, we've gotten 61, I think. Bring yourself, bring your brother, bring your sister, bring your mom, bring your dad, bring all your friends, bring everybody. Adam Wilde is going to be there. Jesse Blake is going to be there. I spoke to Chris Johnston. I think he's going to make an appearance, but he's on this show called Hockey Night in Canada. I don't know if you heard of it. Saturday, November 2nd, from 2 to 5 p.m., we're raising money for Easter Seals. There will be representatives there from Easter Seals to help us out with the whole thing. We're going to stream the whole thing. Maybe a pepper will be shoved in my face and promptly vomited. I believe Scotiabank Theatre is licensed, if that tickles your fancy at all. And you know what? Maybe you're not into the good cause. Maybe you just want to kick my ass at NHL 20, and if that's the case, I dare you to come and try. Come one, come all. I want all the smoke. November 2nd, 2 to 5 p.m., Scotiabank Theatre. Link down below for tickets. I would love to see you. Oh, questions. Totally forgot. What if Hutchison caught with his left hand? Even if he caught with his other hand, he'd still be left out to dry by their current strategy. At least Nick Robertson had a good night, right? Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, at what point do they consider calling him up? They need him on defense. No! What flex and curve do you use on your stick? I'm flattered that you think I shoot hard enough to get it to bend. When I'm playing hockey, the only thing that bends is my ankles. Panic question mark? I think what you mean to say is panic for Jeremy Morin, which was an underratedly terrible trade. Oh, you mean the word oh, yeah, always. That might be a good note to end it on. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends to come out on November 2nd. Link down below. There's still like 20 seconds to go in the video. So please come. I'm offering to sell you the jersey off my back, man. Please? Pretty please. We can all cry and hug about this team together. Just please.